Greetings and salutations, friends and gamers of all stripes. My name is GM Dave. I am your man behind the screen, and welcome to Shadowrun Returns. So, funny little story. About 3 months ago, a buddy of mine sent me a game key to this that he ended up with an extra one of, and it's been sitting on my desktop for, since that day, since I installed it. I installed it as soon as he gave it to me. Didn't start playing it until earlier this week. As you can see, already started playing the game, but I'm gonna start fresh for this Let's Play, and I'm kicking myself for not having played this sooner, but maybe it's a good thing, because even though I'm a little ways into the game, now we can kind of sharing this together. So let's go ahead, let's start a new game, launch the campaign, keep it on normal difficulty. So we're going to go through character creation, we'll go through the introductory mission, the little introductory battle sequence, and I think we'll probably cut it off there before continuing onward. So, first time around, I made a street samurai, an elven street samurai. I don't know if I'm going to do the same thing again, but as you can see, you can check out the races here real quick. You got your humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, and trolls. Kind of an unusual selection for a cyberpunk game, but for those unfamiliar with Shadowrun, as I largely was, and honestly still am, I don't know a whole lot about it beyond what little I played here. But basically, you've got a cyberpunk setting mashed up with kind of a fantasy setting. Hence your dwarves, elves, trolls, and orcs. So, I guess it was an event called The Awakening in 2012, according to a little blurb here. And, that sort of ripped these other races into our world, at least from what I understand. I think I am going to stick with Street Samurai. I think I'm going to... I made an elf Street Samurai, in my first playthrough, like I said, and, Street Samurai isn't the most exciting thing, but I kind of experimented around trying to branch into different builds, and didn't really get to mess with too much, but honestly, the nice little combat abilities you get did make it pretty fun. So let's see what the options we had for elf females were. They did have some cool stuff. All the races in that got some pretty neat looks to them. One thing I do wish about the character models is that they reflected bits of the avatar images a little more. Here and here, it's not a huge difference, little bit of difference in the coat, but generally speaking, looks similar enough to what she's wearing here. But, got tattoos on this one that don't show up. Got tattoos on her that don't show up. Goggles and scars, things like this, piercings. A lot of these things don't show up, and the reason I bring it up as being kind of disappointing is that there's a lot of character models in-game for NPCs that do reflect these things, so it would have been kind of nice if they were able to do that, but honestly, it's just sort of a small gripe. So we're going to go ahead, I think we're going to go ahead and stick with this look. Kind of like the style of that there. And I know a little bit better how I want to put this character together, so I'm going to go ahead. Need to increase my ranged combat. Go ahead and go with that for now. Now, I clicked past it pretty quick, but basically, quick rundown. Karma is how you buy your stats, and if you take a look here, the way it works, I'll pull these away again. I started with a base karma of 5. Every race you play, except for humans, starts with a base karma of 5. Humans start with 8. And every race has a certain max that they can reach in terms of their stats. Humans across the board can max out at 9. You can see for strength, elves also max out at 9. Intelligence, everyone maxes out at 9. Willpower, elves max at 9. Dwarves, I think, max at 11. So, you know, different races max at different things. Elves are the only ones that can max out charisma. Let me see what else. You know, trolls can go all the way up to 17 strength, but you get the idea. The different races can max out in different areas. Humans max out at 9 across the board, but their benefit is they get the extra karma. Elves have the benefit of getting an extra point into their quickness stat. You know, the other races get different bonuses, so on and so forth. Kind of similar to, you know, other tabletop games, which is appropriate since that's what this is based off of. So we're going to go with a ranged Street Samurai build, so I want to put another point into ranged combat, and I'd like to focus on rifles, because I really enjoyed that when I did that with my first Street Samurai. I am going to go with, when I did my first Street Samurai, I went with the Street Etiquette. I'm going to go with the Gang Etiquette this time, because I've actually seen that come up so far considerably more than I've seen the Street Etiquette, which is never. I've not seen the Street Etiquette come up yet. I've seen the Gang Etiquette come up a few times, so I'd like to explore that. We're going to go ahead. We're going to keep the name I used with the other one. Aka-Vel. Combining Japanese and Elvish from Faerun, I believe it is. Red Blade. Ooh, so edgy, so cyberpunk. It's kind of the point. Down and out. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova Hot, working jobs that allow you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging Fixer hasn't called. The money's run out and then some. Sinless and free. Free to starve in the cracks of a society run by megacorps who just want your nuyen. Something needs to change, and soon. Alright. So we can go ahead and take a look around. It's your apartment. 2054, it's 3 a.m. and ain't shit happening. Slip of paper with your bank balance, enough to cover you for the end of the week. Your notebook, calendar, contact, that kind of thing. View personal calendar. It's empty. Nothing to do. What a shock. Sounds like my life. Contacts. The list is sad and dried up. Carter Detroit. Fixer. No responses to messages. Dowd. Runner. Dead. Felton Nash. Fixer. Missing since February. New Larry. Runner. Dead. Sam Watts. Runner. Unknown. Probably in a gutter somewhere. Sangama, runner, dead. Halfjack, dealer, retired or dead. The list goes on. All either dead, ends, or just plain dead. Great read there. Great read there, me. Answer the vid phone. Alright. This is where the game really gets started. The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy. Hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again, or worse. Shouldn't have given you my comm code, Gonk. Another giggle. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. Hey, you remember that Renraku run when things went to hell and we lost Dowd? With a makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards? Really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. And fade to black. So yeah, going straight into the training mission here. We got Sangoma, who we know the fate of. Sam Watts is here, who we now know the fate of. And New Larry, who we also know the fate of, thanks to reading our notebook. Sangoma. Sangoma is an urban shaman who's proved her worth during a run against Fuchi last fall. She's the quiet type, an experienced runner. We're out in the open here, Aka-Vel. Ready to bolt. Our fixer owes us for the run. Endowed. Wait for another appointment. Fixer owes us. Your call. New Larry. You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd, never saw anybody die like that before. Idiot. He shakes his head. I hate this fucking city, Aka-Vel. It's wet and the rain feels like acid and I want out of here. Shut your screamer about the rain. We lost a man tonight. Soka, sorry. I'm just ready to go home. Portland's way more my speed. I don't know, Aka. Sam is a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needs watching. He shakes his head. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer's late. Smell funny to you? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look where he set this meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. Cut the tricks, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down and it wasn't the fixer or some paranoid chip dream of yours. Sam smiles a toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night. New Larry has something he wants to say. Don't you, Larry? Go ahead, spill it. You were sloppy. He laughs. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. That true, Sam? Did you miss a beat back there? No, Aka. I didn't miss a beat. I was on my game the whole time. Remember, I was on point. New Larry was supposed to cover Dowd. Something dawns on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Renraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. Excuse me. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You drummers are damaged. I'm out. They keep you here long enough, Larry? He stops, and a smile appears on his face. Looks that way. Sorry, Aka-Vel. I kind of like you. I just like money better. We got incoming. Can't do Lady Orc voices, apparently. New Larry relaxes and throws you a Drek-eating grin. Looks like my Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse. Buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Aka-Vel. At least we have each other. You'll miss me when I'm gone. Yeah. Funny little thing about a lot of these early fights in the game, they seem to get the jump on. Jesus! Well, he didn't waste any time. It's one of those chance things. Sometimes they get a good hit off on you. Let's see what I got for equipment. Alright, that's right. So they start me with a shotgun in the training mission, but... Eat shit, Larry. Move Sam. Hello. Get Sam over there, I guess. Alright, she's got aim. I don't really need that. Take care of our friend New Larry first, since he's just sort of sitting in the way. move over here. I probably should heal or something, but... so what do we got over here? Okay. And now let's get him back over here. Never noticed the med kit before, so I was kind of curious what was there. So as you can see, I've done this mission, you know, before. And since she's a shaman, environmental areas they can use to summon minions, which is pretty sweet. Nice. And then she can take a shot. She's not the greatest with her gun, but decent enough. And this is why I kept Sam over there. Go ahead and move over here. That is one nice thing about the shotgun. You can at least get a little bit of AoE going on there. And I can do the same as Sam too, using spray and pray. Well, alright, that actually worked out better than I expected it to. They've got a shaman of their own now. Let's go ahead. Oh, that's only within a radius around her. She doesn't have any equipment. That'll work for now. So with the little shaman minions, you need to add AP to them so that they can act on their turn. But the more you add, the more of a chance there is that they will escape your influence. So let's move him here and see what kind of... Alright, we got a pretty good hit chance on all of these guys, so this should be fine. Let's try to kill that security guard who's on his own off first. Yeah, of course. There we go. Now we will try to hit the shaman. Alright, not bad. There's a lot more crits going off this time around than it did the other time I played through this. Something else to note with the shaman, if they summon up the creature themselves and you kill them, the creature will die. So we're going to focus on the shaman herself instead of actually killing her minion. Swing and a miss. 51%. Let's get... Okay, we can get some cover here, and that's a little bit better, but swamp to the same target. All right, there we go. Sam is pulling his weight. Go ahead and heal up. So that's centered around her, so that'll get both of us. Nice little heal. Let's take a look around the battlefield real quick, see if there was any other equipment or anything. Don't think so. Sometimes it'll show you, like it showed the medkit earlier, if there's equipment nearby. I'm just gonna keep pelting this guy until he dies. This is something to note here. He's a mage. You can see he's got on the screen there the little arrow up for ley line. means there's a little area around here with a ley line running through it that gives him, excuse me, it allows him to enhance his magic by standing in it. It gives him a bit of a, I believe it gives him like a bit of a boost to his defense against magic too, so that's part of why he's not taking too much damage from this guy. Wow, that's great. Out of ammo. Reload. Alright, got that off. And that does it. Sangoma lowers her gun. Eyes Sam. You okay, Sam? Sam's breathing is heavy and he looks shaken. That was a hell of a thing. Part of the life, Sam. You did good. You don't look so good, Sam. You were born for this gig, Aka. Me, not so much. I think I'm gonna hang it up. Find a nice brothel somewhere, stay drunk till I croak. What about you? Me? I do this. It's the only life I know. Well, you're a dumbass, and I'll drink to you when you're dead. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm not gonna outlast you. Guess you can drink to me. He's right. You stare at Sam's face on your comlink. Shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. Got 100,000 Nuyen insurance policy payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification, either works. Contact my law firm, Roberts, Mencher, and McCain, when the job is done. I'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet. The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Robert Mencher and McCain has installed secure dedicated phone lines so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin the verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. The camera swivels back to Sam. Sam straightens up, talks seriously, first time. Look, Aka, I've led a direct life and I probably left a direct corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself, I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'd say my schedule's pretty clear right now. Hope you just said yes. I've got a located chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Rest in peace, Sam. See you in Seattle. And we'll go ahead and we'll cut it here. Go ahead and just read through this little blurb here for the start of the scenario proper. And then we'll call it even. The dead man switch. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped back seat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nuyen, this is a place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. Seems this is where Sam Watts' body ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. And that's where we're going to end it for today. Thank you for joining me, friends and gamers. I hope you're enjoying this so far. So I'm planning to do this as a dedicated Let's Play Sure. Yeah, let's stick with that. I'm planning to do this as a dedicated Let's Play because apparently I can't say the word play going forward. Probably going to just be recording these in bulk, and then I'll chop them up into smaller snippets to sort of help kind of combat the slight drought of content I've had lately and try to get back to a consistent schedule that I can more easily manage by having things sort of pre-finished as opposed to the videos that take me a longer time to make. Speaking of, Bestiary 3 on the Tyranids should be up this weekend. Actually, scratch that. I'm not even going to bother saying should be. It will be up and finished this weekend. Over the next couple days, I'm going to be finishing up the recording, editing everything together, and Saturday or Sunday, we should have it posted and ready to go. In the meantime, I hope you just enjoyed this brief look at Shadowrun Returns. We're going to be going through the entire main story on this channel, followed then possibly by some DLC content if there's enough demand for it and there's enough of it out there. I'm thinking it's pretty likely I'm going to do that because so far I'm having a lot of fun with this game. So, as usual, friends and gamers, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave me a like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon if you'd like to see more Let's Play and tabletop gaming content, which this loosely relates to. Shadowrun is a tabletop game as well, after all, and was so before it was a video game. Be sure to open the description box down below to follow me on social media for regular notifications of when my videos go live. I highly recommend in particular following me over on minds.com for notifications on other projects I am working on as well. I actually just recently commissioned my artist friend Hair Illustrations, who works on the Phoenix Rising webcomic with me, to work on a few pieces for a one-shot adventure compendium that I am putting together, and hopefully sometime later this year we'll have complete and ready to put out there and publish. We'll see how that goes. This is going to be the first time I'm attempting to publish anything beyond, the self-published webcomic I put up on Webtoons, so it's going to be an interesting experience. In any case, friends and gamers of all stripes, as usual, my name is GM Dave. I am your man behind the screen, and it is my sincere hope that you roll high, roleplay well, and game on.